Hello and welcome to the New Age Geeks channel. If you're new here, we'll build an inclusive space for people of all walks of life through the power of friendship, magic, and tabletop role-playing games. Tonight, we have the 100th episode of Forging Fates. 3 long years in the making. Cast and crew has changed, come and gone, and we are still here. Forging Fates is a sober D&D campaign set in the critical war of Alexandria following the adventuring party, the Fists of Fate. What's up, Fists?
Hello,
What's
Joe.
Nailed it.
Every time. Just your friendly little reminder that the New Age Geeks includes more than just us up here on the screen. It relies on all of you wonderful geeks and your participation in this community that we are building together. If you want to become one of the New Age Geeks, you absolutely can. Just make sure to subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels, and join our Discord, where you will find moderated chats, emotes by one of our favorite geeks, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah!
And chat rooms with the cast and other members of this growing community. Another friendly little reminder is that the best way to help us out is with engagement, so we'd greatly appreciate if you'd watch the video all the way through, like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that these platforms know to share us with everybody else. Beyond Twitch and YouTube, we also have posts going up on TikTok, Instagram, Threads, and Twitter, so if you are on those platforms, make sure to give us a follow for more geeky goodness.
Twitch Prime is free. If you already have Amazon Prime, it awards you a 1-month subscription to any channel here on Twitch. Once per month, you do need to go back in and resubscribe to that channel, but it's at no cost. Just link your accounts and click subscribe with Prime on that channel. And if you find yourself able, please subscribe, perhaps gift subscriptions to others, cheer using bits, donate via PayPal, and if you wish to sponsor the New Age Geeks, reach out to us directly via our Instagram page to begin those discussions.
Speaking of sponsors, if you enjoy the music we have going on here on Forging Fates, we highly recommend checking out the Soundcraft bot. Soundcraft bot allows you to play open source community selected music and soundscapes directly from your Discord server with just a few clicks. Whether you're playing with friends or streaming on Twitch, you can use the audio stress-free. With their pro level subscription, you get their playlist builder, shareable playlist codes, access to 40+ music genres, 20+ soundscape types, global genre selections, and 2 premium Discord servers, all for just $10 a month. But by using our referral code NAG, that is N-A-G, you get $2 off your subscription for the first 3 months. All you need to do to get started is invite the Soundcraft bot of your choosing into your server, then just hit play and let Soundcraft take care of the rest. Thank you, guys.
And we are also partners. Okay. We are also partners with Dragon's Nest Delivery. If you don't know what Dragon's Nest Delivery is, it is a D&D shop with a ton of D&D essentials, including dice, apparel, homebrew adventures, and their Nat 20 card series, which we had been using over on Queer and Present Danger. And they even have a D&D subscription box. In the subscription box includes dice, candy, one-shot adventures, minis, and a bunch of downloadable content as well. So when you go to checkout, make sure to use our referral code NEWAGEGEEKS, that is all one word, for 18% off of your order. And yes, that even includes the subscription box. So when you go and check them out, make sure to tell them that we sent you.
Speaking of Dragon's Nest Delivery, in celebration of our episode 100, they have given us a bunch of goodies to give away, that be including the now 6 dice D&D cards. There's 6 of them here, I promise. They've given us metal dice, Walter's D&D coupon book that's got all these coupons you can redeem for your D&D game, one of their subscription boxes, which has dice, minis, character sheets, all the things in it. I've also got, oh my goodness, a bunch of Cypher mini campaigns from Cypher Systems. We've got the Explorer's Guide to Wildmount PDF code. We've got a printed out version of all of our players on a movie style poster. You can see all the things on our Instagram, and you've got till tonight to enter in. The link is in the chat now, so there's still time if you want to go ahead and get entered into that. We will be saying who the winner is at the end of tonight's show. So stick around and find out. That being said, announcements for the week. New Age Geeks has nothing. Let's start with Omega, because we always start with Yuri.
Are there any things that I need to speak about? Fridays, you can catch me over on twitch.tv/Cricket Chronicles for Shadows over Baldur's Gate, which is a Baldur's Gate 3 inspired D&D campaign set after the events of Baldur's Gate 3. Other things are on hiatus or are off this week, so I'm not going to worry about it. More importantly, if you're going to Dragon Con, I am a special guest at Dragon Con this year. I have 2 mini panels. Some of them I am moderating as well, and I'm a part of 2 different live shows. A Candela Obscura live show on Thursday. It's a finale, and it's really, really cool. And the big Cobalt Press live show that I do every year as well, using Tales of the Valiant. And this year we got Jason Charles Miller, Deborah Ann Wall, B. Dave Walters, myself, Mark Meir, and someone else that I'm blanking on right now. It's a really cool cast, so come check it out. That's me.
Wow.
When is Dragon Con?
The end of the month.
end of the
Literally, what date it doesn't start. It is the 29th through the 1st. 28th through the 1st.
Yuri, what do you got going on this week?
For me, tomorrow we are back from our break because of all the cons over at Happy Jack's RPG for our Road to Nowhere, our Electric State RPG game. On Wednesday, back over at Superhero Shenanigans, so over at Don't Kill My Character, where we play mutants and masterminds. We are giving away some of the rule books as well, so there will be giveaways during the show. If that's something you want to do. And then redacted. Wow. Okay. There are a lot of really cool things coming up next month that I'm doing recordings in Session Zeros for. So stay tuned for that. Next week I am doing an Alice is Missing. Again, I just did one on World D5. Playing a lot of Alice is Missing. Yeah, recordings. I can't talk about it and it makes me so sad. I just want to put it out into the world. But just the 2 campaigns that I am currently kind of doing every single week. So that's where you can find me. Check my socials. I am not sure when the other stuff comes out, but I will put it on my socials. So you'll find out when I find out.
Okay. And now, Cece, what do you got going on?
You can catch me every other Sunday over on the Tales Guild channel for Astral Guardians, a Spelljammer campaign. We just had our first session yesterday. It was chaos, but a ton of fun. So make sure to go check them out.
Awesome. Okay. That all being said, I think that's it for announcements for the week. If you guys got nothing else, let's dive into this week's episode and the 100th episode of Forging Fates. And we are back. Okay. I will be recapping for this week, which I haven't done in a long time. For those of you that are catching up with Forging Fates, our small band of adventurers, having found themselves in Western, battled through a variety of different things, between spiders being broken, kidnapping townsfolk, all the way up to the monsters being kidnapped and forced to fight automatons, in which our party would go ahead and rescue them, which is where our wonderful Talon came from. We would find ourselves battling lunar devils, eventually releasing a lunar dragon, which may or may not come back at some point in the future. Sorry, Omega.
Spoilers.
No, that happened.
Our team would find themselves trekking across the continent and eventually off to Exandria, to Vasselheim. They're on Exandria, where they would battle Starspawn and Inquisition members that were controlling mines and plotting the destruction of a city.
Yep.
And eventually our party would travel to the Feywild after unfortunately not being able to stop the release of an Earth Titan.
The
Earth
Not an,
Titan.
the Earth Titan.
I apologize.
Yeah.
The party would defeat 3 hags, eventually freeing the Herringon from a cycle of imprisonment against them, their own peoples. You know what I mean. I'm nervous, guys. I'm sorry. This is episode 100. I'm a little nervous. But eventually, using Fey magic, the fists would travel back in time to before the Earth Titan was released and stave off the wielders of the elemental blades, a group that is seeking to restore the Titans to their former glory in an attempt to defeat the gods and allow chaos to return to the world and a removal of fate from the world. From there, our fists would begin to travel down to the Shattered Teeth, in which they would meet new allies, or potential allies in the least, in which, attempting to track down these blades, they would come across how would you describe Rhynek? An ally who is a
vibe.
A vibe, and a documentarian, I think maybe is the right word for that. That's the word I'm looking for.
The best word for it, a documentarian.
And eventually coming across the wielder of the Waterblade, which is a Captain Morrigan. From there, they would begin to assist her with helping to raise up her fleet and eventually strike down the Pirate King, which they haven't done yet, just so that's clear, to be granted the gift of her Waterblade to one of the current Shard owners, our own Gormrog. We've dealt with demonic incursions through Moloch touching I don't know, touching feels weird. Exerting his influence on Finnick, our ASMR paladin sorcerer, and having recovered some final loot from a dragon turtle through some successful negotiations, we find ourselves at the Drowned Grotto, a hidden sanctuary by our own Captain Morgan, in which they are pulling into port now and seeing all of the things that this place has to offer before they get ready to set out on and hunt down the Pirate King's captains in an attempt to take him down. That being said, as your ship has now docked, Morgan, you see the few members of your crew that remain in the grotto, specifically the kobold Mage Scale, who acts as your tinkerer and quartermaster, repairing gear and running the docks specifically. Running your gear specifically, I apologize. You see Kesper Tidebane, the half-orc, who is one of your many informant and spy agents, as well as your harbor master. And you see Tavi Redshell Olaris, your cipher and arcane practitioner for the grotto. As we've said before, there is the throne that lies at the back of the grotto that is made out of salt and stalagmites and houses your various trophies that you've decided to hang up, as well as your maps, called the Salt Throne. And that is where we are going to pick up as you all pull in from the dock and slowly exit from the ramp.
Do I see my first mate anywhere yet?
Which one is this?
That would be Dante.
No, you
'Cause
do not.
he's the one that had, the info.
Yeah.
That we're looking for. Okay.
No, you do not see Dante yet.
When we dock, there is a very sort of palpable excitement. Yeah, let's come on, just we can get settled in and I'll explain everything. Any questions, save them for when we are inside. Okay? But come on. This is great. This is great. I have missed this place. And she tries to sort of herd the rest of them off of the ship.
Timeline. After conversations that they had in Tower, Magnificent Mansion, and my conversation with Sochi, how much time passed between that before we actually parked?
Probably about 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. Would there have been any, not necessarily discussions that we got to go back to, but any, hey, we need to talk about anything before jumping in? Or we all are just, this is the first time we've seen each other since those conversations have happened?
It's up to you guys. I hadn't had anything that had needed to come out. If you guys wanted to have a conversation before docking, that's fine. We can do that too.
Yeah, not for Morgan. After coming out, she went straight back to the navigation room and then took the helm. And she was the one that was maneuvering the ship into the cove and the surrounding waters. So she would have been there. I don't know about the rest of the party.
Not a requirement, just asking if that would happen. That just helps understand where people are here.
Yeah, I don't think I would have brought anything up.
Okay. He typically, for lack of a better word, follows the group. So once docking has happened and clearly there's movement about, has been ready, if anything, just doing light reading in his book. But we'll make sure to find Gormrug, Finnick, and walk out with everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, you would see that everybody else kind of waits for us to disembark onto sort of like the wooden area on the docks first before Gale, you see him in the back kind of orchestrating the rest of the ship's crew, and now they're carrying sort of boxes and a whole bunch of things that we all have gathered onto this new ship that need to be brought down. And they kind of come out in a very, the brooms in Fantasia, just very nice line behind us.
As you guys kind of exit off the ship, the Kesper makes his way over towards you all, and he is dressed exceptionally nice. You see these blue, like, long jacket that have these gorgeous gold buttons that are down the front of his chest. He's got a bit of a limp that he uses a cane to kind of like pull himself along. But he's got this. This is Kesper.
Kesper.
This is the kobold.
No, this is the half-orc.
Half-orc.
Half-orc girl. Okay, I'm gonna get there. Thank you.
Kesper makes his way over, though, and kind of tucks the cane underneath his arm before pulling out this small monocle from his left breast pocket and kind of tucking it into his eye. Captain, it's good to see you again. I see you've brought along some more strays.
Yes, this one's will not be staying with us very long, though.
Hmm.
I am glad you are the first one I see, though. Anything I should be aware about? How has anybody come in or out?
Kind of reaches into a back pocket and pulls out this small black, like notebook style thing, kind of flips it open. Well, we've recovered several shipments as some of your other ships have gone about and begun to procure resources, we'll say. We've brought in several casks of some honeyed tea that we have brought to the inn. We've brought in several cartons of produce, and of course, several hundred pieces of gold and platinum. All of it can be found in your personal log by the throne if you care to review. That being said, we have sent out 3 of the smaller sloops to go ahead and begun to patrol the waters in the east around several of the islands there. We will be bringing in a fresh order of water that will be brought in for the inn as well, and the rest of your troops, for lack of a better term.
Good. That sounds like we're making some progress to preparations. I like the sound of that. Have you seen Dante anywhere?
Yes,
Yeah, the news
Master
that I'm-
Dante has found himself at the inn, of course. I don't believe he's expecting you. That being said,
Good.
he has said he will wait for you there if you were to return before he was to head out again.
Good. Didn't want him to leave without me getting the information first. Can you have Ilaris, look, we have some magical cannons I'd like them to take a look at before we have Maedra install them.
Of course, I can have Tavi Alaris, I believe is who you are referring to. I can have them
Yes.
come and examine these cannons. How many cannons did you have, just so I can notate it? I can update all records.
She looks back at you guys. How many were there? 4?
In
No,
total,
you all
there were
picked
4.
up a lot of the loot.
Yeah, I think somehow I did not write the cannons down.
We picked up
but
4 of them.
We picked up
Yeah.
4, and correct me. I know this was mentioned, but I don't know if it was mentioned on camera. Fennec requested 2 of them. 1 of them.
I had brought up the idea, but I never brought up the idea to Morgan.
Got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
so she would have just assumed there's 4 cannons.
Yep.
I'm sure, like, if we got back to your ship and you asked for 2 of them, I'd be like, I mean, you guys did find them, so there would be no issue there.
You're being too nice.
But nothing has been said. I mean, if they did find them, that is how they work. That is how
You're
they
a
work.
pirate.
Yeah, finders keepers is law number 2 of piracy. All right, and they found them. So yeah, I relayed the number, and then ask for Maedra to start on that. While the ship gets taken care of, I want you all to get settled in, but also there's someone we should speak to. Casper, thank you. Very good to see you again. And I will be in the inn with Dante. If you need me, make sure you relay their orders to the others. Gale will be coming down with some more crew we've procured, and he knows what to do. He'll tell everyone where to go. You know how he is.
As
So
you
don't worry
say,
about
more crew we've gathered. You just hear from on the deck.
Oh, I forgot.
But anyways,
Yeah,
you begin to
you might be vaguely familiar with some of it. So, it's fine. Gail will take care of him. Don't worry about it. She pats him on the shoulder as she walks past.
just watches you kind of walk away.
As we walk past, I would like to vibe check the half orc.
Sure.
Because
Vibe
because of the way it was said of bringing in strays, I'm trying to get a sense of is he not a fan of this? Like, I know it's what he's used to, but is this something that,
Roll an insight check
you
for
know?
me. Yeah, I got what you're saying.
May I give them assistance?
Yes.
And give them advantage because I don't know. I was writing notes and he said that and my eye went, excuse me? So exact same thought, but I would just let them be the purveyor of
Got it.
That is a dirty 30.
Dirty.
Yeah, it is.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ. Okay.
Nice.
You see into this man's soul.
I will say from what you pick up, it's not that he's like upset that you're there. It's just Morgan tends to bring in a lot of people, and he is the one counting the books and making sure there's food and water for everyone. And now he has a few more mouths
So
to
it's
feed.
more of a burden rather than
Yes.
a distaste.
Yes. You are now his responsibility, and that he didn't ask for.
Yeah, but he can't tell
It's
Morgan
fine.
anything, so she just kind of brings him in and is like, "All right, you got this, buddy," and leaves again.
Okay. That being said, you guys make your way over to the Wormtongue Inn, and Morgan, you've been here a multitude of times. This
I
is
love it.
this is your
Tell
favorite
me.
place on the Citadel. You see the sign kind of hanging out in front, and it is this like worm-like dragon, this massive tongue that comes out and is just like dipped into a cup down at the bottom.
With a Y.
Yes, worm with a Y. I saw your face and I was like, "Oh no."
As you kind of enter in, the place is bustling. While there are people that are always within your grotto, people that you've brought in and kind of like hiding for various things, for whatever reason, whether they be escapees from the host or people from the assembly that have kind of tried to run or escape somehow, you've brought in all these strays, and typically they wind up here. There are several peoples that are working there, just a variety of different peoples and genders that are all kind of established within the space. The big thing you all notice as you enter in is there is this massive skeletal serpent-like worm on one of the far walls. It's actually built into the wall, and there's stone that encases it. So it's not like it was placed there. It's they were excavating and came across it.
Oh.
What?
What's
Like a
What?
fossilized.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
could I try
Situation.
to ascertain what type of worm, what, just like the majesty of this thing, like what
Yeah.
exactly? is
roll me a nature check.
So she's grandma.
I gotta do nature. Ugh. Okay, give me a second.
Guidance.
The thing that I did not prepare for some reason is dice, but they're right here. Yeah. Get wrecked. Okay. Nature. No.
Nar.
9.
Yeah, you got nothing on that one, pal. Sorry.
I don't know dragons, nor do I care.
You can tell it
Cool.
is a worm.
Worm.
Yeah,
Love that.
it
With a
looks
Y.
dragon-esque. It could be either like a kotal that is just far larger than what Soshi is, or yeah, there's something there that you're not able to kind of make the connection though.
Work slay. Love that.
Yeah.
I got rid of which one of these? Continue. Sorry, I'm talking to myself.
Okay.
You would also be able to see that this place has had renovations done to it multiple times in the sense of it wasn't originally this big, but then it needed to be a little bigger, and then it needed to be a little bigger. And so you can see in the rock as it has been dug further back, you can kind of see the line of, oh, it was up to here for a while, and then they had to dig in deeper, and it was up to here. And you can sort of see those lines on the wall as more and more people have come to this place or found themselves here in need of shelter.
That being said, as you all make your way in, Morgan, you can instantly see Dante seated, his dirty boots kind of up on a table by himself in a corner, bit of smoke kind of rising from around him as he kind of puffs on this long wooden pipe out of his mouth. The rest of you, as you kind of are looking at this man, it's a human, light brown, kind of wavy hair, blue eyes, this loose cotton clothing that kind of just hangs open a bit on his chest. Far too deep to be like comfortable, but clearly he's trying to show something off. And hanging from his side, you just see like this long silverish metal pole kind of tucked onto his hanging from his waist in like this small leather wrap.
It doesn't seem like a quarterstaff. It just seems like a pole.
Yeah, about this big.
It's a rod.
It's a rod. It's not a quarterstaff. It's a rod.
Anyways. But yeah, he
SpongeBob.
kind of instantly spots you as you enter in, Morgan, and kind of raises an eyebrow, looking at you, drops his feet off the table.
Yeah, you see Morgan give a very genuine smile, and just kind of was looking around, spots him, and starts walking towards him. Just plops herself down next to him, and it's like, well, my second favorite person, how have you been?
Second favorite? I feel like I'm always your favorite. Did Soshi beat me again?
They do get a little angry when I don't say that they are my favorite, and I don't know if they're listening. So we'll keep it at that.
All right. I'll allow it this time. And that's like his line. Every time you call him the second favorite, he says, I'll allow it this time.
I know there is a lot for us to talk about, but... And she gestures out to the group. Come. I don't know if you all have eaten anything, but I should introduce you to the Fists of Fate.
Oh, he kind of stands up, kind of dusts himself off a little bit, kind of puts his hand out to greet all of you. Shaking hands first with who? Gormrog?
Oh.
Sure. Shakes your hand, Gormrog. Who would be next, Finnick or Rhynek?
Probably me.
Well, lovely lady you've brought in for us, Morgan. Pleasure to meet you, dear. I am Dante, first mate, master of arms,
And She
And
is
I am
unfortunately not
taken.
on the menu. I tried that already.
I apologize. I apologize. I don't ever mean any disrespect. You are a beautiful woman, and I thought I would just give you the proper respect, my lady.
I simply nod my head in return.
And looks towards you, Rhynak. And you, sir? Pleasure to meet you.
Your like very like wiry hand will extend, and shake. No grip to it. I mean, a grip enough to shake a hand, but there's no strength behind it. Definitely cold. And you're her first mate.
Kind of pulls his hand back, and you see him like try to nonchalantly wipe it on his shirt before sitting back down. Pleasure to meet all of you. What brings the fists here, Captain?
They are going to be lending their aid towards our efforts. And as for those efforts, I assume you found one of them, from what I've heard.
Yeah, at least one. I've gotten rumors on the last two.
Good. Okay, well, everyone, take a seat. And she'll wave to probably if the what is it, like the innkeeper is
Yeah.
there, or one of like the waitress ladies, and she'll just sort of like wave at them to just bring things, bring stuff.
Okay. And they start bringing over a variety of foods and
Yeah.
teas and
I don't think she ever
juices.
actually places an order here. It's just, I am here, bring me things, please.
And yeah, there is a menagerie of foods, mostly of the aquatic variety, whether they be fried, steamed, or served raw. But you are brought a variety of different foods and tropical drinks, typically.
And she points to some of it. She's like, that coconut curry, though, it's a little spicy. And these, and she points at some like little fried balls. It's batter, I see, with spiced batter with some octopus inside of it. Very good, very good. Some of my favorite. And she just, makes you kind of brings it all closer so you all can eat if you wish. So,
You'll see a like mug will float over to him, gripped by that very skeletal mage hand, and he'll like fix some tea, and he'll just kind of lean back, have it in the hand. The mage hand is acting as the stirrer, and it's just constantly moving around as the conversation happens.
So, down to business, I suppose.
Yeah. So
How much were you able to find out?
well, first and foremost, we have, let me see here. Let me make sure I've got my notes. Vaughn, you remember the two names of the captains, Morgan?
Mhm.
Okay, we've got Captain Morn Sablewake, and we've got Captain Kezra Blade Bright Sailwind. Okay?
Eh?
Kezra, Kezra, Saelwyn, Sailwind.
Wow, I spelled that so wrong. Not even close.
Can you also spell the last name of Vorn?
That is Sablewake.
Did not hear Sablewake. Got it. I was like, Saveway? Thank you.
Word.
Safe flight repair, safe flight replace.
You're old.
And that's
you just aged because
Yes,
you're
we
old.
just dated ourselves. And
what is
Vorn-
Sablewake's first name?
Vorn,
Vorn?
Vorn. His ship is called the Hollow Grin.
That one I spelled right. Mm-hmm.
And Kezra's ship is the Ebon Ray.
Oh, Eben. I wrote Ray, but I didn't write the Eben. You said, yeah, Eben Ray and Hologrin.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now that you have that information. So, the Grin has been seen around the Brasshold Enclave. This seems like last they were seen were gathering resources there before making their way back over to Drifthold. Right? That's the name of the pirate island? I forget. Darktoe?
You tell
Darktoe.
me.
Darktoe.
Darktoe.
Darktoe, that's on the other side of the sea.
Darktoe, the pirate king, the pirate capital that is to
Mhm.
the west of the Shattered Teeth.
Yes, I was like,
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
not in his teeth, somewhere else. Yeah. Good,
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, so we were working with the assumption that the two generals were somewhere on the Shattered Teeth doing stuff. Who knows what the hell? I certainly don't. Before heading back to their king.
Yes.
And we are going to take care of them while they're here.
Yeah. Well, looking for the Grin. It's at the Brasshold Enclave. It's where it was last seen. Which you would know that is the capital of the Wonderment Assembly and is the northwesternmost island on the Shattered Teeth, which is pretty far from where you are right now.
Yeah.
As far as the Ray goes, they've been seen at the Kansas Hollow. Last I heard, they were raiding fishing boats there and taking what they could. The Kansas
That is
Hollow.
something that is something that Velar never really understood is you don't attack the people, normal fishermen on the islands. They didn't choose this life.
Well, you know that the king doesn't really care about these people.
I know. And that's why there's so many of them here.
really quickly. What hollow?
Nekanza. Nekanza.
Thank you.
So the Ray is closer.
Yeah.
Do we have any other information on them besides them attacking the people for resources they could get somewhere else?
Well, last I heard, they were looking to make their way into the Reliquary of Echoes. Trying to steal some
Do you think it would
things there.
be feasible for us to intercept them on their way there? Would it be safer to attempt to get there before they do and set up something?
She's been hunting that area for a bit, last I'd heard, so I think she's kind of made her way through the smaller islands and is now picking a fight with the host directly. So
The
I'm
host.
sure the host. The Austin host.
Oh,
So neither.
Well,
That's a
they're definitely
shame.
closer.
Yeah. No, we should go after them first. That'll put us out in the waters again, and we might not be able to come back here before we go after Kryn. So we'll have to be well supplied and probably end up having to replenish out there on the way instead. It's not the best, but doable.
I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that'll help you, Captain.
Yes. Well, just as many people who want to take my head. That's really a coin toss out there, isn't it?
That's fair. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For the rest of you, I do believe we'll go after Kisara Salen first, seeing as they're closer. Any reservations you have about the fight you agreed to be a part of? Speak now or
I
forever hold
was-
your peace, I suppose.
Yeah, I was a little thrown off by the ability that the Spider Matron had before we took her out.
Ability.
She said a word, kind of messed with the whole room full of people. Wasn't aware that was a thing you could do.
You faced her before she arrived at the ship.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
could spit spider webs at you,
I've
restrain you.
seen that. Kind of gross. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Good to know ahead of time, though.
Hmm.
So, this Sailwind, what do we know?
Right. I see what you're saying, Dante. Do we have anything on the person themselves?
On Kezra?
Rumors. Yeah.
Well, Captain, you already would know this information, but the Ebon Ray is a small, fast ship. She typically uses it for night strikes, being a drow. That's when they prefer to attack. All of her crew are assassins in every sense of the word. They'll find you in the dark and stab you without you even knowing. Her ship's got these specialized cannons on it. And somehow she's able to turn her ship invisible for portions of time.
I'm gonna glance at Rhynak.
Rhynak is just wordlessly chuckling at the thought of all this. Night Strike Assassin, Ladies Drow. What does that sound like? Oh, the person who just died. So he's not. He's more just like noted.
So,
All
when
right.
you say they're
So,
assassins, they're more of the physical fighting type. They're not so inclined with the arcane.
Oh, I mean, there's plenty of people there that have at least some arcane abilities. As far as our information is, everyone that works for the king and his two general admirals, yeah, whatever, his two main captains, all of them
Do we
have
know this-
well-rounded crews.
do we know the size of the crew, size of the fleet, size of whatever we're about to
we don't
face?
Have to worry. We don't have to worry as much about a lot of the other ships. I know you've already cut off the head of the snake. The body follows. The only issue with going after Salen's ship is that they are known for not taking prisoners. They are known for not asking questions when they are told to kill someone. They are known for not putting much weight into the lives of others, civilian or not. They fight isn't even the right word, because they do not fight. They are cowards. They skulk the shadows and strike when you're not looking.
That's cowardice. I think that's efficiency.
Well, when I don't know what to call it when you do it to normal people who did nothing wrong and have no reason to die except the fact that you can, or that somebody else told
They're
you.
a bunch of dickheads.
Yes. Just
Uh,
more about the way they use their abilities than the abilities themselves, I suppose.
um,
Just thinks about some of the things we've done so far,
Hmm.
weighing out morality in this group.
Morgan genuinely thinks most of these people who died deserved it.
Sure. No, there's no player judgment. There's probably a little bit of judgment from Rhynak, but also Rhynak has
Rhynak.
done worse things. So it's not a level of it's more so a you think you're doing good. Noted.
we're a morally ambiguous group, I guess. We
So,
do good when it's.
is there anything? The only thing I see being a real issue is the ship's ability to be unseen for a while. Not only does that allow them to ambush, which is their preferred method of killing, but it allows them to get away. And that is something they simply cannot do.
Your
As for the crew themselves, with them, we will not be taking any onto ours, as I did with the spiders. Cannot be trusted, even with enough pay.
Well, the grin's the one to truly have to worry about.
Well,
That works for me here.
so I guess a quick question, because I know you said typically they don't ask questions when ordered to do something. What do you expect them to do if their captain when their captain is fallen?
Keep fighting.
They'll fight to the
They
last.
are. Yes, they have their captains and they listen to their orders. They know they are very aware of the hierarchy and the fact that their orders come from higher up. They will fight until they are all dead or try to get back to their king, which we most likely will have to kill all of them.
Every one of them will try and take your head if it means they would be captain.
That's how it works.
Duly noted. I have an unrelated question. Given my proclivities towards culinary arts, I'm a little distracted by the fact that you've got Mage Hand in your drink, Rhynak. Does that add flavor, or is that just stirring the drink? Does it enhance? Does it just stir it up?
why would I grab a spoon to do something that this can do itself? It is not.
Is it sanitary? Does it?
It is a form of magic.
That I don't practice magic. I have no concept. This is pure curiosity, no judgment here. Like, should I be using magic in my culinary arts? Like,
You are a simple man, Gormrock.
Yes.
To ease Gormrock's curiosity, the mage hand comes out. There is a splaying of his actual hand as he presses digitizes anything. And then the mage hand grabs a spoon, and then the spoon begins to stir.
So I'll
Lovely.
take that as a no, but all right.
I believe this group is very much on the same path as far as handling this problem. My question is, are you sure that you have all the means to ensure that these cutthroat, cowardly assassins don't get the upper hand.
Like I said, the biggest problem here is that if they see us coming, we won't see them coming until they are
Your
upon us.
little best friend could handle that. The 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 celestial.
So she. We can have Soshi scat out, but if they might take a while before they show themselves, then we can pinpoint where they are exactly so that we don't get too close. Until then, we do not want any of their scouts spotting us, or else we will be getting ambushed from a ship that wasn't there and suddenly is. But once they have shown themselves, yes, I do believe we can take them down.
I don't typically do this with players. Insight check. Reinach wants to know if Morgan truly
How
believes
sure
it.
she actually is? Yeah.
Yeah.
Morgan, roll either a persuasion or a deception check. Don't say what it is, and just say the number. And Reinach, go ahead and roll your insight check.
Done.
30.
30. Wild.
Insane.
Wild.
So
That is funny.
That is 330s this session. I just want that to be clear.
Episode
We're so
100.
cool, y'all. Let's go.
I need a rules lawyer here. It usually goes to the roller,
Beats it,
but you're
beats it.
both rollers.
Yeah. Yeah, so usually it's meets it beats it, the person that rolled versus
Okay.
There isn't anything about player versus player.
Right. That's what I'm
But
trying to think.
probably who has the highest like
I'm guessing I'm gonna give it to
proficiency
Reinach
on it
then,
to the
because he's
plus
looking
something.
he's looking towards. I'm gonna give it to Reinach. So what is he divine?
She is genuinely not worried about the actual fighting. She not only believes in herself and her crew, but she has seen you guys fight, right? Which is the reason that she's being a lot less secretive about who she's speaking to and what she's saying. But she also does genuinely believe that if we get caught by surprise, it's going to be really, really bad.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Work. Excuse me.
Wild.
The good thing about spells that don't specify range is that they don't specify range. He looks back to Morgan, and that smile is back on his face. Well, luckily, some of us have the ability to see so much more. We'll see them. And if my magics don't suddenly fail me, I can do what I can to make sure your ship is unseen. But there's always a chance things go wrong. So I would think of secondary options as well. Just thinking about how he literally concealed the ship when we got to the dragon turtle, but that was like a feat. It is not something innately a part of the ship or him. So there's always a chance that things could go wrong.
Yeah. That's right. You do have the same ability in your vision as so she does.
the thought of having anything with them is just wrong.
Look of disgust.
Yeah. Which would be very useful. I do believe having Soshi look for them before we get too close is a good idea. And having you on the ship in case we miss them, or Soshi does, brings me some measure of comfort.
Leans back,
Now,
stirs.
it's the finger again.
No, it's a spoon. He switched.
Now, Dante, do you have anything on the second ship, or do you think I'm loath to send you out again? But if we must,
No, I've already.
you can.
The grin is not unknown to me. Vorn is seemingly immortal. He's been
Oh,
the
Yay.
rumors I've heard is he's been stabbed through the chest multiple times and keeps moving. His ship, whereas the Ray doesn't take prisoners, the Grin takes them all. Everyone that dies on his ship becomes part
stays
of
on
his
the
ship.
Thought that was a tale that the old man would say just to scare the wits out of me. I'm loath to hear it. It is true.
Yeah, I confirmed it myself when I saw them.
That's all I needed to know. You've seen these two with your own eyes.
Yes, I wouldn't report information I hadn't confirmed.
Might I see?
How so?
I have my ways.
Morgan
just need to-
scoots an inch further away.
I just need to peer into the thoughts I'm sure are rummaging through your mind. Just to look at those two. Unless you have a way of producing your visions, your sight for us.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Key.
Yeah,
that's
I'm not worried,
yeah.
but welcome in.
No.
Thanks so much for the raid, Dicey Decisions.
18 on the die for an 18.
Okay.
I'm not charismatic.
Actually, with an 18, I'm gonna have to make him roll for this. Let's see. Okay, you're good. Then I raises an eyebrow at you, looks towards you, Morgan. I guess so.
It's up to you.
Sure.
Just
What
make
do you need me to do?
sure-
You only think
Right.
about what you saw.
You just need to, exactly as your captain says, picture those two so vividly in your mind, the way you saw them, their actions, their motives. Bring
Oh.
it to light. He
Okay.
flicks his wrist as the quill begins to float in his hand, and it will lift up and slowly move towards his temple. And just touch it slightly as I cast Detect Lots.
Okay. As you kind of enter into Dante's mind, which one did you want to look for first?
I'm gonna start with Vorn. You said things aren't not dying. Of course, he's interested.
Gotcha.
But more specifically, the spider was connected to Loth.
Uh-huh.
These are also drow connected with old girl Kezra.
Mhm.
With some shiftiness. Doesn't necessarily mean Loth as well, but now that they're saying that now there's death involved, curious to know if there are religious affiliations with either of them as
Okay.
well. Just based on looking at the thoughts, looking at iconography that might be on the person, anything that might be around them, just trying to get those. That's where my historian brain comes in.
Gotcha. Okay. So, first thing you see is this gaunt, large but desiccated human. You see actually, you don't see anything. He has no weapons at his side. There is, and as you kind of zoom back, as his vision is kind of trying to bring in more and more of Vorn, you see this ship. Bits of it are rotten, with these essentially just holes in the flooring, as you see these spirits moving throughout the deck. And it is literally a ghost ship. There are ghost ship captained by an undead revenant. You knowing exactly what that is. Iconography wise, actually you do see a pendant hanging from his chest.
What is the pendant?
I am looking it up. I apologize.
No worries. I was not looking up at you, so I wasn't sure if you were pausing for dramatic effect.
You see I'm not even going to make you roll for it, a pendant of the Demon Prince of Orcus.
Okay. Noted.
Though, as far as like other iconography on the ship, there is nothing that would indicate that it is dedicated to Orcus in any way.
Yeah.
It just seems like he is a worshiper of Orcus.
He might be a worshiper,
and is in some way using Orcus's power.
Yep, that makes sense. Work. Okay, love this. Great.
As you continue to zoom out on the ship, there is, you've seen Arcano cannons now, and as you pull out, you can see 6 of them poking out from ports on the ship.
Ew.
This ship is massive, just as big as the ship you pulled in on, if not bigger, with its bloat and rot, as you see the water around it turn black with ichor.
One more question. Undead, is it spirit specters or is it like undeath?
They appear to be specters.
Specters. That's worse. That's worse, gang.
Mhm.
Just to say that out loud, that's bad. Okay, cool. That is what I need from them. And then Kezra.
Sure. As the
Drow, I know that.
Yep, as the vision turns, you see a woman, silver hair, typical drow woman, wearing studded leather armor, this cloak hanging across her shoulders. Roll an Arcana check for me to see if you know what this item is.
Yep. Me too. You. 29.
Okay, this is a cloak of shadows that she is wearing across her back. That you would be aware that allows her to cast greater invisibility on herself.
Work.
You see a scimitar hanging from her hip. This sickly black energy kind of pulsing out from it. And then as you kind of pull back more, you see the Ebon Ray. It is a drow designed ship, whereas what the spider had was more of a ship with drow, with spider and Lolth iconography on it. This is a drow styled ship, so the angles are all sleeker. It is much smaller than what you maybe have expected, and it is designed to be fast.
Yep, makes sense. Fast, swift, unseen.
Yep.
Okay.
You see there are no large cannons on this ship, but it is peppered with these they're definitely arcane in nature. They don't look like cannons, however. They have almost this ballista style design, though they're definitely not big enough to be like a full-blown ballista. It's not going to damage a ship.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's going to damage a ship.
Has
Everything on this ship looks anti-personnel, not anti-ship.
Yep. Okay. Okay. And no visible symbols or things of that nature other than just being drow, anything like that?
Yeah, you don't see anything that represents Lolth. Nothing like that. It is just a drow ship. A drow styled ship.
Gotcha. As I get that last information, I'm going to be the kind person that I absolutely 100% am. And I'm going to move back slightly. The quill will move back and then float back to my hand. And as it floats back to my hand, I close my hand and it dissipates.
Okay.
Ah, that wasn't so bad, was it?
Is it done? That was fast.
I'm efficient at what I do. It would appear that your problems are double so. Kazra is, as we know, fast, swift, small. But Vaughn is dead. Dead in all ways. That's fun. Have you ever chased a ghost ship before?
No. I have not. Again, I thought his ship to be but a myth.
Not so much. And he has some interesting allegiances, some that may not be important, but still good to know. Also, more cannons than we do. 6, I saw, in your mind? Good recollection. I'm proud of you.
Don't flatter me. I'm easily swayed.
Didn't flutter. So, we go after, you say, her first.
Yes, a drow.
Mackenzie.
I think taking into account their ships and them, the Ebon Ray isn't made to fight. Not the ship itself, though. They do board other ships and kill very, very swiftly. It is the crew we have to be the most worried about. So if we can keep them from boarding us while attacking the ship directly with our own, should be a little easier to get to their captain and dispose of them. However, for the Grin, how do you kill something that's already dead?
A question I've been wondering for so long now.
Do you?
Just-
I know. This is a question to the DM. Would I know of anyone who I think might be able to help with figuring out how to approach this?
Roll me an intelligence check, and
No. Off to a bad start. That's an 8.
no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Think There was a book I read many years ago. I kind of slept through the undead portions of my classes because I didn't really think too much of it was real or interesting, but I regret that now. From what I recall, there are different types of undead, and some are tangible, some are intangible, and there are ways to kill undead much like you would a living person. There are sometimes items keeping an undead alive. There are sometimes things that will bring them back. If there was one, I don't remember what kind, but I vaguely recall something about you have to kill it in a certain way in order to make it stay dead and not come back. Now, I don't know what kind of undead we're up against or what manner of undeath they ascribe to, but that might be a good place to start looking.
I actually have something to add on, and I apologize. I forgot to notate this. When you saw the roll me a history check, Rhynek. I'm going to give you advantage because of reasons.
Where's my other dice?
Poopy secret reasons.
Yes.
I hate that so much.
I got my same number twice, and it's my lucky number, but it makes it a 24.
The ship has a very familiar design that you would have been probably never seen, but have read about.
This is Vorn's ship.
This is Vorn. Yes, this is the Hologren.
Yep.
This ship has a similar design to an ancient peoples called Aeorians.
Okay.
Wow.
Just subtly dropping Aor,
Yeah.
you know,
While you've
as
never
one does, I
never
guess.
seen any actual like relics of it, you've read about them and have kind of studied those things, and the ship is tickling that Aeorian design element to you.
So they old. They old. Either they're old or the ship is old,
Mhm.
and they
Or both.
died on it, and both. Yeah, whatever. Exactly that. Either way, good to know. I don't know if he would mention the AR part. I don't think that's the important aspect, not yet, at least. But will say, as they're trying to figure out how to handle undead, I'm going to ask you, Joe.
That's me.
Omega knows a lot of things about certain things. How much does Rhynak know about the undead variety?
I would say you're pretty well versed.
Okay, I guess I just wanted to ask.
Yeah, no,
before.
it's a fair question. I'm going to go ahead and give you that you're probably well versed. You're a very smart individual.
Okay. As far as and he just kind of let them speak, because the elephant has never actually been spoken about with this group. Not really, ish, but not much. But he just says, well, if this person, Vaughn, is a revenant, as I could tell, either they have unfinished business, or perhaps the ship has unfinished business and they are now tethered to it, though their connection to Orcus makes me think otherwise. Either way,
Connection to who?
the demon prince of, well, he thinks he's a demon, lesser godly type. Orcus, he is. Don't worry,
Nice.
he's not really
Okay.
that important.
Can I make a religion check on that
Go ahead. You can make it with advantage too, because of your
for reasons?
for reasons.
For
Mhm.
reasons.
Mhm.
For more spoopy secret reasons.
That's gonna be a 24 as well.
Okay. You're. Oh, I mean, you definitely heard of Orcus. Yeah, it's not a surprise to you at all. What do you want to know? He's the demon prince of death, undeath, and necromancy. God of the undead. Resides in Thanatos.
We going too far. Okay?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what do you want? What do you want to know?
Yeah,
I don't know about all that.
I guess just us. That was more of like, I guess, a CC asking sort of situation, but also just seeing what Finnick can recall in the moment. So, undeath, necromancy.
Yeah,
Basically, just
nothing that
You
is
know.
sounding surprising considering it's an undead ship.
Okay.
And as much as I would love to torture a couple of them for information on Vorn's ship after we get to the Ray, that's not going to work with them. So, any information that we can glean will have to be from somewhere or something else.
But that's part
Yes.
2. Part
Yes.
1 is dealing with this drow.
Yes. Oh, talking about Dante. We have Arcano cannons now. Also, you haven't even seen the ship.
What?
We stole the most magnificent ship. I need you to see it. Oh, talking about the ship. I know you were taking care, or had brought out of the water the siren.
Yeah.
Um Did you? I'm
Is
assuming you
hold
brought
on,
it
hold
here.
on. Is this ship worthy
somewhere?
of being the new siren song?
It is. It has been christened. We recovered our old flag. Actually, didn't have to get a new one. And yes, we're gonna need the siren and my hat. Have you seen my hat?
Yes, I've seen your hat. You know how many days I spent getting this thing back for you?
And that's why you're my second favorite. Now, can you? I guess we can do that after. But I will just. Okay, give me a second. And as she's going to call Soshi over through their telepathic link real quick.
Okay. Doesn't take long
I'm assuming they were
before. Yeah,
probably
right
already
outside.
there, just listening in,
Yep,
as
just
they
waiting
do.
for you. Sitting outside, arms crossed, listening the entire time.
Yeah, the whole conversation.
They make their way over, like, from like what's the fucking movie? What's the Adam Sandler movie where he gets rich?
There's so many.
No, where he gets rich.
Happy Gilmore?
No. The
Mr. Deeds.
Mr.
No.
Deeds. Yes, Mr. Deeds. I'm very sneaky. They just kind of appear next to you.
Yeah, totally unfazed. It's Soshi. They're kind of always there, so even if Morrigan can't see them, you know
Yep.
what I mean? Just
They
expected
they
that
just
she's being
stand
watched
up.
over. Yeah, always being watched over. Hey, so I finally told Dante the good news. I don't know if you probably haven't had a chance to say hi. Say hi.
What is what good news could you have possibly shared
Well,
with them?
The ship, the beautiful, beautiful new siren song. Now Dante has both the siren and my hat, which will need to be, we have, Maedra already installing the Arcano cannons.
Mm-hmm.
But if you could please go let her know to install the siren as well and find my hat.
They just turn their head towards Dante. Where is the hat? I'll, I'll. They always make me so uncomfortable. I'll have it brought to you, Soshi.
Great.
Are they still
Great.
looking at me?
So, yeah, they're still looking at you.
Okay.
Okay. But yes, please, so that we can attempt to have as much of our preparations in place. I think we still have a little more to discuss, but I wanted to get that started now, as soon as possible.
Did you want me to bring your hat here?
No, I suppose you can take it to the ship.
Okay.
I only wear it when I'm on the ship anyways.
I've
Do
already
look
read
quite-
his
I
simple
missed my
mind,
hat.
so I know where it is. I'll go get it for you.
Thank you. Thank you very
One
much.
of us asked permission. That was petty. I will say that. Look how
Yeah,
that works.
I feel like Soshi always has like a surface level detect thoughts on just kind of going all the
Just
time.
constantly running. Like,
Just
listening for
running.
threats.
I was gonna say your job is to detect threats and protect me.
Yes.
So, okay. So, please.
They just
She
turn and
gives
start
Soshi like
walking
a
out.
really big smile. Great,
Okay.
great. I can't wait for you to get to see her. The ship. And she's
Yeah.
talking to Doctor again.
Oh, yeah, Captain. I'm all ready to. Are we. Like, what's the plan here? Are we gonna
Also,
load everyone up, or.
that is another thing I wanted to talk about a little bit. Since you were able to obtain information on both of them, I don't see the point in sending you out again. With the scout ships.
Mhm.
But that does mean you get to travel with us again on the very big, very nice new stolen ship. Which is great because
I'm excited about it.
you're a good fighter and we're going to need that. Also, have how much of the people are ready and willing to set out?
Well, you
What?
always know I can wrangle up at least a full crew for you, Captain.
All right, I brought some rescues
Okay.
from some other ships. Oh, we killed the spider captain, by the way.
Oh, thank God. I
No
hated her.
purpose. I know, I didn't like her either, but it just, I don't know, it felt odd, actually, killing her. Took her crew and her ship. They're outside, too.
Where's her flag? We can put it on the wall.
I think Gale has it. He was sort of commandeering that
Okay.
ship.
Yeah, I'll have him.
Yeah, so
put
we're
it
going to
on.
need to make a copy of ours to put on theirs.
Okay. I'll get people working
And
on it.
I don't know how much I want to take with us as far as crews and the ships themselves.
All we have are two of the smaller scout ships here. The rest of
Yeah.
the bigger ships are kind of out patrolling the waters, doing what we do, you know.
Yeah.
But
I
if you're going against the Ray and the Grin, I don't know if bringing them is the best call. But it's your crew to command, Captain.
Yeah, at least against the Ray, there is more chance to be spotted.
Yeah.
But I think I am going to have, once we're done here, if you could do me the favor of gathering your strongest men here in the grove and then talking to Gale, I had him take inventory of the crew on the spider's ship, and we can take their strongest as well and form a single crew that is a lot better equipped and trained for combat and whatever we may encounter.
Okay, of
Leave
course.
the rest of them here and probably have them join the patrols on the smaller sloops.
What do you want to have the
Because
spider
I
ship
have
doing?
probably going to send them on another recon mission, have them tell us, keep an eye on the ghost ship, essentially, so that when we are headed in that direction, we don't have to look for them.
Okay,
And maybe get the drop on them a
all
little
right.
bit.
I'll get them ready for that.
Yeah. Now, as far as us, first, lodging, food for you. I know the ship isn't the most comfortable place to sleep on. Though recalling that place, I suppose you never really had too much trouble with lodging and sleeping. So it is
Can't
up to
sleep
you
anywhere.
if you want to. Oh, with that mansion, damn. It's up to you if you want to make use of that space or stay here. But the offer is on the table for food and everything. I will let them know to uh, always be available. There's always someone in the kitchen, and it's the same way there's always somebody that's hungry. So feel free to be coming in here. And don't worry, you don't have to pay anything for it. Okay?
Thank you.
As for the action items, the Ray first feels like the smart choice considering how little we know of Bourne and his ghost ship. We'll assemble the crew, fix up the siren song, which might not be a one-day thing, unfortunately. But that'll give us more time to plan, get ready, and arm our crew. Anything from you all that you would want to do while we are here?
I do have a request of Dante.
Speak.
Not a big request, not a please take action on this, but while you are out and about, your people are talking to you, can you keep an eye out for our ship?
Ah,
It's called the Crimson Dawn.
Yeah, I can. If we put rumor of it, I can have one of my
Just
people bring a message to us on the song if we're out.
we had parted ways with it to help procure the new song. But we had
Okay.
sent word of this place and possibly meeting us either here or at the far end of the teeth. So knowing the whereabouts of that ship would be beneficial to us.
Okay. If I hear a rumor about it, or if some of our men hear rumor about it, I'll have them keep us posted on its location.
yes. Take the name, a drawing of the flag, and description of the ship itself to the scouts.
Will do.
If anybody sees it.
Okay.
Anything else?
Oh, wow.
Thanks, Balmung. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. I appreciate that so friggin' much. I don't even know what to say. Oh my god.
And you also have a treasure train. If you get to level 5, you'll get 35% off gift subs during the train. It's a different form of a raid train or a hype train.
Thank you. I didn't know
Nice.
that.
As always, I am at the beck and call of Friends. I
Well-
simply await next
I-
steps.
I sort of turned my head to look at Rhynak with like a just reacting to the word friends.
Mhm.
And as Omega said earlier, I don't usually do this with other players, but insight check.
God! Love it.
That is so
Love it.
good.
Love it.
Rhynak, give
Like
us
friends.
a deception or persuasion check.
Mhm.
Your choice as to which.
I love it.
30.
12. Um, rolling not that good. Yeah. With a 30, because that is above and beyond. Couple of things. There's definitely a level of that's not necessarily true. But also there is a tinge of connection for him to even have used that word.
Mm-hmm.
But in the way that most people understand the word friends, not necessarily. But you don't get full like this is a lie. You
Yeah.
definitely get the entity, the complexity of it. Definitely, there's other things going about that, of course, he's even hinted to being such, but he does kind of like you. So yeah, friend.
So, yeah, I sort of acknowledge that, give, like, eyes sort of look downward, and I just give myself a small nod with a slight smile.
Uh-oh. No, okay. Okay.
So cute.
Okay.
Now, for all of you, again, while the ship is being upgraded, I guess, feel free to use anything that is here. It is all at your disposal. You are doing a lot to aid in our small quest here. So, there is a small training area. There is food. There is there's maps, there's tomes that I don't much take the time to look at. There again,
Books.
anything. Do you like books? Not a big fan. They get once they get soggy, it's kind of that's it. So
When Morgan
don't have
says,
them on the ship much.
sorry, go ahead.
When Morgan says what?
When Morgan says training area, there's like a glint in his eye, and he looks directly to Gormrock.
No.
Okay.
Perhaps this could be a experiment, per se. You say you've never dealt with those like, what is his name? Vaughn, yes.
Mhm.
And if we're going to be here for quite some time, you might as well prepare.
Morgan looks at the two of you very worriedly because it's like when Rhynak has an idea. Okay. She did
I
offer.
believe
I
there is a chance.
Don't know what's worse for Morgan, the idea that is being put forth, or the energy of excitement that is
From
radiating
Rhino?
off of Gormrog
Oh no.
in response to this idea.
So here for this.
As long as the Grove is in one piece when we're done, I suppose why not? Being as ready as we can be. This is a smart thing. But yes, having so many people here and so many recruits and things like that, sometimes the people you save want to pay you back. Some of them take up the life of piracy, and you need somewhere to teach them how to wield a sword. So we can
Yeah.
make ourselves available of that.
You see Rhynak simply slide back, stands up. No time like the present. Where is this training area, you say?
That will be probably, honestly, closer to like the front area, because it would have to be relatively open. So it might have been when we came in, you saw the docks, you saw this building with one side of it, the side facing the water, having these big sort of almost garage like doors that you push up with your hands and some levers. And that's where like the ship like where they fix up the ships and all of that sort of thing. What I know that has a name. And then we would have the small training area would have been probably on the other side of that, so close to the water before the cove kind of starts. The roof kind of starts curving downward towards the back, right? And we would have probably walked in the opposite direction, passing like the ship fixing area. I know that has a fucking name. To
Say
get to the
shipyard, but
inn.
it's not necessarily a shipyard.
No, yeah. We would have walked past that to get to the inn. So we would have to go, assuming we just got off the docks, in the opposite direction. But it's relatively open.
I think it is
Not
shipyard.
very far. Is it a shipyard?
I think it is shipyard, yeah.
I don't know.
Where they repair the ships, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, shipwright is the ones that make the ships, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Either way.
And that is where Maedra is the little kobold, is sort of getting all the tools to attach all of these things to the siren song. So we're gonna have to essentially come out of the inn, pass through the shipyard, cross to the other side of the docks, and get to the little training area. On the other side of the training area, you would have seen a sort of it's not like a lighthouse because we're in a cove, but it's the tallest structure you see here. And it looks like some sort of lookout as well. Is what you would have been able to see when you got off the ship, just at first glance.
He looks, he stands up, and looks to the entrance and looks back. You want to practice on someone like Fawn? Start with me. And he turns and starts to walk towards the training area.
So me, the player, remembered. Morrigan had absolutely forgotten, and she gets a very, oh, that's right, look on her face before turning back to Dante. All right, can you do the crew thing, talk to Gale, make sure Maedra is doing what she's supposed to, and that so she was able to get the siren to her, and then come back to me. We haven't sparred in a while either.
Okay, Cam. Sounds good.
I will see you in a little bit then.
All right.
And yeah, she'll follow behind the group out. Kind of does that little fast walk to like slowly like pass you guys so that she's in front to lead you through to where it is.
Okay. As you all make your way out to the training grounds and prepare for a bit of sparring, that is where we're going to go ahead and take our break. That being said, Balmung, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you guys, everyone that is rated. This is our 100th episode, and we are doing a huge giveaway. We got a ton of stuff. You can see our Instagram for all of the things listed. You got like an hour left to enter in. The link is in the chat. We'll be back in a few minutes. Love you, geeks. Welcome back to the 100th episode of Forging Fates. As we are picking back up where we last left off, as Gormrog and Rhynak are making their way over to the training area, followed by the rest of the Fist of Fate and some members of Morrigan's crew. We are going to find ourselves.
Often what a monk does on his days off.
Mm-hmm. We find ourselves laid out in this center area, centered in the grotto, centered in this ring, as Rhynak, finding himself on one side of this squared circle, looks across at Gormrog on the other end. As instantly as the two of you square off on each other with the others.
Before we get a little deeper, we'll look also to Finnick. Don't think you just have to sit off to your side. It'd be good to hone your skills as well, if you want to.
I think I might watch at first and then maybe step in. Shut up.
So be it.
Just take the W at the end.
He'll look to Rhynak. He'll look to himself. He'll look to Gormrug, then giving Finnick a nod, looking to Gormrug. So, let's find out what the Cobalt Soul taught you, shall we?
Sure, yeah. Cobalt Soul's one of many teachers, but let's go.
He just almost shoom, and his quill is in his hand, and he holds it up as well.
Well, if we're using weapons, and I'll pull out my short sword and flourish it and pull a new stance.
Whichever one you prefer. They're not going to care which one you use. All right.
I need both of you to go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, if I must.
Yours.
Morrigan is sitting on the side with with Finnick, and you see her you didn't see her bring it, but she has a little basket of little fried crawfish, and she's just popping them into her mouth like popcorn and offers some to you while we watch.
Finnick will
It's gonna be a show.
definitely take a couple.
Yeah.
100%.
Instantly, as you two square up on each other, though, you see a couple people that are walking around in the space, just their attention start to turn to what's happening here, and a crowd is slowly starting to fill in.
That was a 19 for me.
Okay.
20.
Okay.
Work.
Ooh.
Gorog, you have the initiative. We're just going to theory remind this, guys, so feel free to be as descriptive and flourishing in your descriptions.
Gormrog is going to, brandishing the sword, kind of swing it in a way that lights it up with a blue glow. And then switch it to a reverse grip so that the pommel is here and the blade is here. And in an instant, he is in your face and throwing a punch.
Nice. Hit me!
I can do math. Does a 27 hit?
It does.
Cool. While I roll damage, please make a Constitution saving throw.
Natural 20.
You're fine, but you do take +3. That's 6 points of magical damage. Extra attack. That is a 21 to hit.
As you swing and you hit with that first attack, he didn't flinch. He stood exactly where he was. His body moved because that is a hit.
It is force, yeah.
Yeah, and as we have said multiple times, Rhynak is weak. As far as like strength goes, so his body definitely moves. He's not a bulwark. But as his body moves, you go for that second one. You don't see the quill writing out a shield in the air as I cast shield.
Connecting with the shield, I'll pull back only to spin around and kick you. As I use a key point to make 2 unarmed attacks.
Let's go.
The first being 26.
That hits.
Okay. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yep. You only take 4 points of damage from that one.
I kid you not. Another natural 20.
Jesus.
You said how many points?
That one was only 4.
Work.
And that is blocked by your shield.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I got.
As you connect, don't connect, don't connect, he gets hit, and you see those who are watching, you see that grin slowly begin to form, and you see that hunch slowly begin to appear. And he goes, yeah, the cobalt soul can't teach that. But let's see what else they can. And as I say the word can, my voice almost echoes out. And as that voice begins to echo out, he whispers, specters, you say? Let's fight some. I'm going to cast Mirror Image. And you're going to see 3 spectral variants of me begin to hover around. That's going to be my action. Bonus action. What do I want to do here? There's choice. I think he's going to. How do I use that? Yeah. He's gonna smile at you. And if you blink, he will suddenly be behind you. I'm gonna use my blessing of the Raven Queen to literally just teleport around you. More importantly, some resistances are put upon me. Try again. Your turn.
Without turning around, just an elbow flies towards you. This is a 22 to hit.
1 second. One of the spectral variants of me disappears.
Okay. With a swirling flourish, I'll slash at you again.
Mm-hmm.
That is 24 to hit.
The second of the 3 disappear. Good aim. But it's not me.
You're slick, I'll give you that. And then another key point for 2 more unarmed strikes.
Mhm.
That is an 18 plus 8 for numbers.
The last of the 3 disappear. As Mirror Image goes down.
1 more attack. That is a 19 to hit.
I will let it hit.
Cool. Do me a favor.
I will glad to give you a favor. Do a favor for you.
This only works when I connect, so where is it? Sorry guys, D&D Beyond is an excellent asset until you have too many things and you're struggling to find what you need.
Fair.
When you hit a creature with an attack using a weapon you can. Do my unarmed strikes count as weapons?
No.
Okay.
Not if you're using a key point to do them.
No. So never mind. I'll skip that, and I'll just make you do another dexterity saving throw.
Another dex save. Great. 24.
Jesus, you're fine.
I'm Dexy.
You're
Anything
up.
else for you? Okay, great. Those hits, connecting with the 3, and then the 1 hitting. Oh, you hit me. What was the damage?
Oh, that's right. I have to do damage to you. Like that. That is 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Magical.
Half will make it 3. Joe?
Yeah.
Oh, up and down. I figured.
Yeah, always roll down.
I just want to confirm. People do things differently. There we go. Wonderful. May I return the favor? And
Please
now
do.
that Quill almost slinks into his hand more succinctly as he whips around you that coat that he has. It feels very much like Neo with the Matrix. His coat comes around you and attempts to stab you on your. Oh, that's going to be. I'm taking a picture.
Is that another natural 20?
It is a natural 20.
Jesus.
That's gonna be real bad for you.
Yeah.
Because this will be a vengeful blade with my sneak attack. And you double dice, correct? Or do you double damage?
So roll the damage, double it, add the modifier.
That's what I need to know. Thank you. Work. That is going to be here first. No, math. 21. From that. Do I need to separate damage types for you?
Cold, poison, and disease.
None of these. Okay. 25. Then. Math. 25. 34. Nine. 49 times 2 is
98.
92? No, yeah, 98 plus 8.
106.
106 points of damage. I'm so sorry. When I hit, I hex. So I actually need to add an additional 2, which would be double, to additional 4 on top of that.
So 110.
And as I do that, I stab in, and you feel that necrosis dig deep into you. And as it hits, there's still whisperers. You should know. You come from a place of knowledge that undead don't play fair. Fight back, Gormrug. Don't let a former kobold soul beat a current one. Bonus action? Huh. Do I want to do anything?
Joe, I hope you have the thing pulled up so you can see how much health I have left.
I'm bringing it up right now.
I will stay exactly where I am. Just right in front of you, digging it out, looking directly at you.
I need to... Before I do anything, Gormrog usually stands tall, holds himself upright, usually doesn't need to flex in order for you to see that there are muscles there.
Mhm.
Gormrog has green skin and a blue outfit. And after that one strike, his knees are bent. His back is hunched, and there is a lot of red. Gormrog has been reduced to 11 hit points.
Oh my god. Omega is like, no, I'm sorry. Rhynak is looking directly at you.
Finnick.
He.
Oh,
Sorry,
sorry.
go ahead.
Finish your sentence, Rhinak. I'll
I
go.
should say, in this moment, even if it's not apparent very immediately, we said we're going against people who will be unseen and quick, and we're going against people who are undead. Rhynak represents both. This is a lesson that they're going to have to learn.
Finnick, you've seen Gormrog get legitimately hurt a few times. Only
I've seen
a
him
few
die.
times. Yeah, you've seen him die. This doesn't happen often. Rhynak, in that moment, you think he is going to kill Gormrog.
In that moment, seeing how damaged Gormrog is and seeing, like, is there almost like a bloodthirst in Rhynak's eyes right now? Or
I would argue yes. There is an intentionality, at the very least. He does not seem like he's backing up. I'll say that.
so in that moment, the back of my mind is thinking Rhynak wouldn't kill Gormrog, but at the front of my mind, it is very much panic and a little bit of confusion, as I'm gonna use my telekinetic shove to shove Rhynak away from Gormrog.
Yes, absolutely.
So I need a strength saving throw.
I also want to ask, Rhynak, they've never seen you like this either. Am I
No.
misremembering? They've never
The
seen you
two-
kill anyone? Okay.
The only person who has is Morgan.
Right.
Well, Sochi, technically, because
Yes.
Morgan. Were you on the ship or were you off the ship at that point fighting? You got jumped off, but I don't remember if it was before or after.
No, we were on the ship. Sorry.
You were on the ship, yeah. So yeah, Sochi and
Yeah.
Morgan have seen it. They were off dealing with the stuff they were
Yep.
dealing with before she came.
And
So
the
no,
people-
you've never seen.
And the
this
people on the
far.
dock too, right? Where no one saw you do that because those were both
Mm.
stealth kills.
We were inside
Yep.
inside the thing. Strength say dirty one, baby.
Love it.
And while I do say that I shove Rhynak away from Gormrog, the telekinetic shove is actually towards me. I move Rhynak 5
Love
feet closer
that.
to me, as at this point I am now standing at the edge of the ring.
Nice. Yeah, he is again. Rhynak is weak. That is quote. Immediately
Fried
gets
crawfish.
shoved over.
It's canon.
Looks over to Finnick, and you don't see, like undead, especially those who don't have sentience or understanding, you don't see chaos in eyes. You do see just intent, and he looks over. Another joins the party. That's my
If
full
you want to
turn.
play dirty, so can I.
Finnick, go ahead and roll me a initiative.
Which I'm famously good at, guys.
Yes, it's your
Yeah.
strongest stat.
Morgan
I mean, it's
yells from the sideline, still just little fried crawfish,
Uh-huh.
little fried crawfish in hand. Goes, Gormrog. Yeah, she's like chewing.
Hmm.
Your girlfriend's not gonna be there for every fight. And Finnick, pirates don't play fair. I think Rynak's a great teacher. It just goes back to munching.
Are they having a moment? Is this a moment between Morgan? What? That's funny.
What do you got, Finnick?
I got a 13.
Cool. It is still my turn.
Yeah, it's back. Top of the round, Gormrog.
And even though
Oh.
Rhynak got pulled, Gormog's on him.
Let's go.
once more with the backward sword. It flashes blue, but there's also a teal energy around Gormrog.
Mm-hmm.
25 to hit.
That hits.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh. And I'll say for understanding, as you make those, I'm assuming potentially strikes that can stun. You notice that every so often, though, the wisp or the scrolls that are on his side glow slightly. That is math. 17.
The hell is my spell save CC? Shit, it's 17.
Ah!
Cover
Got him.
barbs.
Ooh! Okay.
Mark, you get advantage on your next roll.
Thank you, honey.
Unfortunately, that is higher.
Oh,
Damn.
all right. Second attack. Advantage on this one?
Mhm.
Oh, needed that. That is
Oh.
a...
I'm still. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I forgot about. Continue.
You forgot about what?
It's something that doesn't matter because the attack has already happened. I'll just honor it on the next one. No weapon.
Okay. That's 17 plus 8 for another 25.
That it. Yow.
Oh, that was
I know.
6 points of damage on the last one.
Oh, thank you, 6. Ouch. I will make a con save. Oh, well, concentration check. Good.
This is 9 points of damage.
No.
Um,
Con save.
and this one is going to flash with a familiar green energy. And you take an additional 2d6 fire damage
Ooh.
as spectral chains leap out from my glowing runes and green chains wrap around you. Please make a strength saving throw.
Just like roll the tape of what I just said.
8 fire damage.
8 fire damage. There's no way I saved this. You said strength? 5.
You are now restrained for 1 minute.
Oh.
And at the top of each of your turns, you will take more fire damage.
Work.
Now that is 2 attacks so far, correct?
Mm-hmm. You have not used any key points yet. Well,
Cool.
you have not used key points to do an additional attack.
Not using key points yet. First, I'm using Action Surge.
Oh, I forgot you have that. Very good.
Yeah, I do. That is 19 plus 8 for a bunch.
Yep.
Restrained, what does that do again?
Yeah, you just had advantage on the attack.
Oh, alright. Well,
Yeah. And I can't move.
that's a 3, so I'll stick with the 19.
Nice.
7 points of damage.
And are you keep pointing this, or this is just one hit?
This one,
Oh, this is action surge. Never mind. Sorry.
because you're restrained, now I'm forced.
Oh, that's weird.
No.
What the hell?
No, Dom.
Oh,
you're
you're back,
back.
Tom. You're good.
Okay.
Go. Keep going.
I don't.
Good.
I said dexterity saving throw because
Yep,
you're
yep.
restrained.
And how much was the damage on the on that? Sorry.
7.
Okay.
But restrained,
I do have
you have disadvantage. Yes.
7. Youch. At disadvantage, the The lower of those is a 13 on the die. 23.
Shit. All right, never mind. I'm gonna stop doing that. Next attack. 21 to hit. That's 13 plus 8.
Do I waste my reaction here? You still have flurry of blows.
I do.
Could do.
I do.
Meh.
No? Okay, so that hits.
Yep. Oh, I need to make 2 more con saves. I'm just trying to keep myself honest with my hex. That is fine. And that is fine.
8 points of damage.
8. I will do another con save now. I'm looking bloody. If I bled. There he is. Good.
Bonus action. Burning key point. 2 more attacks. That's a natural 20.
Yeah, it is. If I didn't silvery barbs it.
Bastard.
And I used my reaction already. God damn it.
You surely did. I will give myself advantage.
Oh man, that is plus 8 is 17.
That is my AC.
So that still hits?
Yep. Yes.
Okay. Ooh, 9 points of damage.
I'm actually slightly nerfed myself. If I had mage armor, it would technically be 18, but man, I'd rather have that spell slot. 8 points of damage. Boop,
Yeah.
And I would do con save. As a natural 20. I'm
You're-
good on that.
You're starting to annoy me.
Sorry.
Hang on, where is it? Guys, D&D Beyond should sponsor us with all the times I spend here just looking at it.
I'm all right.
Open hand technique. Whenever you hit with your flurry of blows. Yeah, you can't take reactions until the end of my next turn.
Very good.
There is no saving throw for that one.
Yep.
Final attack of the 6 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Yep.
For 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Final. On save. I am still good.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. If I may interject.
Yeah.
Morgan, roll me a d20?
$20.
Okay. Now roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Saving throw. 19.
You missed it by 1.
What did I miss? Tell me, please.
You feel that surge of an ocean inside your heart as you see a bloody and bruised Gormrug beaten down and just in his weakest moment. I
shouldn't have rolled
need,
so high on the first one.
I need
What do you need me to do?
nothing.
Please tell
No,
me.
you're fine. You're perfect. Don't do a thing. Stay right
Yeah,
there.
if you see your private chat, I was typing something similar but not the
Oh,
same.
okay.
I haven't sent it. I'm not gonna. This is so much better. Do what you will.
I need Finnick, Rhynek, and Gormrog to all roll Constitution saving throws. As you feel that cold brewing in your heart, you
D12. not a
pull back, your eyes turning blue. You flash forward a freezing cold cone
Wow. That is a
With-
dirty 20 for me.
out even intending to.
Oof.
21.
16.
Okay, so you all save.
Hmm.
That being said, if this will
It's
stop rolling, there we go.
88.
Yep, 53 halved, so 27.
26.
26.
26 is, yeah, 20. Yeah.
26. Thank you.
Halved again because I'm resistant to cold damage, thanks to my sword.
So 13.
13.
Is still more damage than I have hit points.
Yes, it is.
However, I'm a half orc.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I'm right.
Instead of dropping to 0 hit points, I drop to 1. However, I have Orcish Fury as a chosen feat, which means when I use my Relentless Endurance trait as a half orc, I get to make another attack.
Okay. But the rest of you do
Rhinak,
take
does it
26 damage, by the way.
That's fine.
does a 23 hit?
Hit me, yeah.
You take another 5 points of damage.
Ouch.
And I'm still up. Bastard.
Finnick, you're up.
No, Rhinak's up.
Nope, Finnick is up after you.
No,
I got a 13, I got a
Right.
19.
Rhinak has higher
Oh,
initiative
yep,
than
you're
I
right.
do.
My bad.
However, Rhinak's being held by chains made of fire, so take an additional 6 points of fire damage, please.
Ouch. I'm being held by these chains, and I look down at them. I think I do late look down because the first thing that happens on my turn is getting hit by this fire, and you see me like kind of royal. It's hard to ascertain how bad he looks because he never looked good. He doesn't look like disheveled or gross, but but he's taken a lot of damage, especially with a cone of winter hitting. Unthinking, again, you see a disappearing of him. As he will appear. What is my distance on that? Let me just double check. Yes, he will appear 30 feet away, equidistant as best as possible from the three of them, actually. Because as he appears back in that shadow and void and that serif text that appears around him, he looks not at Finnick, not at Gormrog, but at Morgan. Are you joining the party?
As you look at Morgan, their eyes are glowing blue. And there
I
is
don't think she answers.
their hair looks like she is underwater. It is just floating behind them.
Fennec. Training is done. You see him like revert back to himself. Not revert, but come out of that understanding. Because what was happening between Gormrog and Rhinak and even Finnick walking in, that's all about the lesson. This was unprompted and clearly seeing that it's not Morgan. You see that he is like, that's a problem. And just in case,
Hello,
because
it's
I
me,
am
problem.
the problem. Just in case, because he doesn't understand fully what the swords and their power does. Just in case her ire is not just on Gormrog, just to take 6 seconds to recollect himself, because I'm low on HP, y'all. I'm still wizard. He looks, and it is like, again, you can almost hear the erasure of like eraser on paper, erasing detail, erasing existence as you see him blip out of existence. I will innately, it is not a spell, it's the effects of greater invisibility upon myself.
Okay.
More importantly, with my special little thing. No effects meant to reveal invisible creatures will. I am invisible. That is my action and bonus action. And next turn.
Finnick, you're up.
Joe, look at your DMs.
While you're looking at DMs, hang on a second. Rhynak, you get to make another strength saving throw to break out of the chains if you'd like to try.
Is it? Let me check wording on thing. Guys? That's what I need. Yay. And I need that. That's my thought. I broke out of the restraint. I teleported out of that. So I should not be under that effect while being restrained. Correct?
I believe so. Yeah, if you're teleporting out of it,
Yeah.
it'll break it.
Unless it is a spectral thing and it's not a physical.
I don't know how this works for this.
It is spectral. It is a magical chain.
It says while restrained, typically restrained means you can't move. If I teleport out of the restraint, am I still restrained? Or did they follow me as I teleport? Is the question. Ultimately, I'm fine with either or. If you let me know.
I think because of the wording, it technically is a spiritual chain. So I'm gonna say it follows you.
Totally fair. Another strength save.
DC is 16.
No. 15.
Damn.
Road.
I'm sorry.
It is okay. That is me. That's me though. Bye.
So first thing I'm gonna do is run over to Gormrog and quicken spell a 5th level healing word, or no, 5th level cure wounds.
Hell yeah.
And I'm actually gonna spend a sorcery point to re-roll some of those dice because
Oh my god.
because of empowered healing. $30 points of health back.
Thank you.
And then I'm going to... Hold up, I have to read the wording of this because magic items. Okay.
I am going to win D&D.
I'm going to roll a natural 20 and win.
Yeah.
That's how it works, right? And then after sort of shaking off the cold and healing Gormrog as this like platinum-like energy comes out of my hand, I immediately reach and grab my sword, and I'm going to charge Morgan, but I'm not going to attack her yet. I'm going to hold my action for as soon as she tries to make another attack, then I will hit. And I'm holding my action with a booming blade as well.
Okay. If that ends your turn, Finnick, that brings us back to the top with Morgan. Roll me, because you may not know this, but you rolled a 25 for your initiative when I had you roll before. Roll me another Constitution saving throw. DC is 20.
21.
How does Morgan regain power over Tempest? Or Typhoon?
Yeah, I feel like, well, we know, and now the party, I don't know if they've seen it at all, but while being soul tethered to this sword, it does things and it makes her do things, much like that time where it almost got her to slip off the top of the mast. And she is no stranger to things like this. Usually, it's just small things like, yeah, her hand slips, her foot slips, things like that. I don't think it had ever really been this compelling. But it's understandably so, with Gormrog at literal 1 HP in
Mhm.
front of her. And the sword senses that. I think for her, it, at first, she didn't know if she wanted to fight it. Because the sword would be complete. And something that Typhoon has wanted for a very long time, right? And in that soul mixing thing, their wants sort of mingle with yours. But I think it was her remembering, like, her ultimate goal, right? Which is to get rid of the Pirate King and avenge the old man, right? And it's sort of a love for him and the anger of, he's like, Gormrog can't die right now, at least. Like, he is helping me towards this goal, which it's what I want. And killing Gormrog, it's like her trying to separate what she wants from what the sword wants. You see as her hair flows around her and her eyes are glowing still. Because her eyes are almost black. And it sort of flickers back, and you can see she doesn't look confused. She looks a little angry. And without an insight check, like, you would know this is probably not the first time, but she is aware of what this is, essentially. And as her eyes clear, she will yell out verbally for Soshi.
And as you yell out in that frustration, even though you're calling for Soshi, there is a scream in your mind of frustration.
From
And
the
as-
sword itself.
And as your turn ends, Soshi rolled a 23 for their initiative. You are slammed in the back as the rest of you see, fully in their Kotal form, Soshi tackle Morgan and begin to bind them and just wrap their body around. And you see this white light as they cast Greater Restoration on you, Morgan. And that is their turn, which brings us to Gormrog.
Thinking. Hang on. Saw the is he still there? Yes, I'm here. Gormrog is going to look at Finnick, who is ready to strike Morgan, recognize that Rhynak has disappeared after saying training is over, and see that Morgan has regained control of themselves just before being tackled and restrained. Gormrog's just gonna look around at everybody and go, I think we're good for now. And he's going to just put a fist into an open hand, and a green flash is going to surround him. As he takes 30 hit points of healing with wholeness of body, and then 13 hit points of healing with second wind.
Okay. Which brings us to you, Rhynak.
Are you still concentrating on the restrained shackles?
That's not concentration.
Is it not something you're able to drop, or is it just for the full minute someone has that on?
That's just for a full minute unless you break out of them.
I was
So
going to say
unf-
he would a roll at the beginning of each of his turns, right, to attempt to break free.
I think it's the end.
He rolls at the end of his turn to break free, but I roll damage at the beginning of your turns.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine.
5, a 1 and a 4.
Well, luckily I did teleport, so that is halved.
Don't die.
Ah, would you believe me if I say I'm in the single digits, man?
Yes.
Listen, I know. Let me just check one quick thing before I make that decision. As he was making himself rejuvenated, it looks like Soshi is holding Morgan back, and it looks like Morgan has regained their own faculties.
Mhm.
Okay. I am still invisible because no. Just no.
Fair.
I don't have that yet because I am not that high enough. This is rude. Just make sure. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I think I'm just going to wait and see how this plays out for another couple of seconds. Because I don't necessarily need to make an action right now. Nothing that will, I will do that because you can't see it because I'm greater invisibility. I'll use my action to false life myself. Just because I can. And I won't use the bonus action for anything necessarily. I will just do a quick little teleport because I can. More importantly, the teleports give me resistance to everything until the end of my next turn. So those are good for dealing with fire that I might save out of. Let me just see. No, yeah, still restrained. I don't like it. If only you could see all this. That's the only part. But that is, I'm just gonna wait. That is me. As I do this.
Okay. Then that
do it a
brings us
second,
to you,
buddy.
Finnick.
Seeing that Morgan has regained control of herself again, I feel like I get like a flashback to a memory of when Whisper was possessed by one of the blades.
Mm-hmm.
And I sort of grip one of the necklaces I have as I reach a hand out to Morgan, and I cast protection from evil and good.
Okay.
So it lasts for up to 10 minutes. Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures, aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. The target cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Okay. So, between this spell and you being prepared, plus the greater restoration, those walls are all built up within you, Morgan, and you are safe from being taken over in this moment.
I think as So she sort of unravels around me and lets me go. Morgan looks at Finnick. Thank you. That helped. And then looks at Gormrog. I don't know if you're going to believe me or not, but that had actually never happened before. Not like that, at least. So, if we're in our future battles, try not to get too hurt, yeah? Or, we could just fight on opposite sides of the ship or something. We'll figure it out. Yeah. You all can go ahead and continue training if you will. You have time. You look like you need some rest, though. Take it. Apologize for the frosty bits. Again. Yeah. I'm gonna talk to Soshi real quick, and then I will be going to survey the progress of the ship and do what captains do. Yell some orders around. All right?
Morgan, I do have one question for you before you go.
Sure.
What
And
do
you can see this is her attempting to put it in a box and toss it over her shoulder.
Mhm.
And even as
and
you
I
say,
then catch the box.
yeah, just as this is happening, Soshi is transforming back into their humanoid form and is grabbing Morgan and attempting to pull her away.
Yeah, like literally by
I-
the scruff.
Yes, 100% is going to drag you from the scene.
At this point, I have grabbed the box and open it up again. What do you want us to do if that happens again?
I will handle it.
Not if. When?
I will handle it. It is not your responsibility.
Will
When
you?
someone I love is involved, it is absolutely my responsibility.
And I'm handling it. As I've handled it now, I will handle it if it were to happen again.
Which
You
we will take super great, awesome measures to make it not happen again.
Make me more damage, please. Just gonna
Pass
There we
out
go.
like as we're
There we
having this
go.
conversation.
11.
Thank God for my false life. No, he pops out though, not to like cut off, and goes, that was. You should have been here. It happened before you were here, Celestial.
I was here in
sent her out
6
on
seconds.
an errand.
6 seconds can get someone killed, and their soul can be
I think
taken.
you've already have that covered for the rest of the group.
Correct. And we're going against things that probably can do a semblance of what I can do.
You see their
And
face
to
just
be
contort
fair-
as they start to hiss
To
at
be
you.
fair, she starts putting her hands out. To be fair, it was the sword, right? We're aware of that. Meaning, had it been me, Gormog would have done the same. And, then Soshi would be very angry. So I can understand the anger. And again, we will just take steps so that neither of us are in a situation like that, or at least not close enough to each other for it to matter. Okay, I'm gonna go be a captain now. I can hear. Oh man, they're calling me.
Finnick, what would you like me to do? He is fully letting her decide how he acts next.
Oh God.
As I cough from the flames that are all upon me.
putting some out on
It'd be
your.
cool when I'm
Wait,
trying
wait. Are you still wrapped up in the chains?
No, I did save. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
okay.
I did. That's why I did one and I did again. I figured we were
It's just little
kind of getting
smoke
out slowly out of
off-
initiative.
off the singed edges.
Oh, I look like shit. Shit. I'm at a
I'm
total of
good.
8 hit points, gang.
I'm back up to 74.
I will say there is massive. My jaw is clenched. My shoulders are like tense. My hand sort of clenched as well. As I won't even say like an insight check is needed, but there is both a distaste for what happened with Rhynak and with Morgan, and the way Soshi reacted.
So she did nothing wrong. Just to work there.
They never do anything wrong.
No, they're perfect.
Lies.
Perfect is a stretch. But I make eye contact with Rhynak and just flick my eyes over to Morgan as like more of like a watch them, not a attack them.
He is pretty, yeah, he has a pretty high insight to understand exactly what the intention of her look is. For what it's worth, we really were training. That is a factor we have to now bring into play. As I assume they're getting dragged away. And he'll slowly
They're
walk
not fighting it. He
Fair.
wants to be out of this situation like yesterday.
He will look over, and the hex has been off of you. But he will come over. Can I do anything that can help? No, I'm not a healer. What am I talking about? Even
I
in
will
his
say-
rough state, he still has not like faltered. But go ahead.
As the heat of the moment sizzles and has a moment to dissipate just slightly, Finnick's eyes move the few feet from Rhynak to Gormrog, and he's just sitting there staring at her with a big doofy grin on his face.
You guys make me want to throw up, by the way. I love it. It's great.
I think in that moment, Finnick hasn't realized what she said. What are you looking at?
You said you loved me.
Gag.
Immediately,
I threw up in my mouth a little. Sorry.
immediately, face goes bright red, much like mine is right now.
Mhm.
Love it. As my eyes sort of go wide, but then I take a deep breath. I did. And I do.
But because I do too.
Loud squawk as
Gregor.
as Gregor has swooped down and grabbed the crawfish that Morgan was eating. And just now it's just pecking at the remains.
Oh, my crawfish. My fried crawfish.
And
Morgan feels a disturbance in the force.
Question. If you're sorry, I
yeah,
understand.
no, you're good.
This is a thing you people do. You looking at Finnick. I've never asked this before, and don't expect me to do it often because it shouldn't be a problem. As you see that maybe just to explain it, he looks at the cloak that he wears, or the other coat that he wears, and there's like some tears in it, maybe. And he's like, I might need to mend this a little bit, as I have a cloak of displacement, and you shouldn't have hitting me as easy the entire time. And I forgot.
Oh,
That's I ain't gonna worry about it. You with your give like spear fingers, your healing touch. Would you be able? Do you have the faculties, the ability to re-stitch?
In fact, I do. As I
You-
begin to cast.
Not the
Mending.
hand that has the chain, please.
I just simply nod. And then begin to cast mending.
He more meant cure wounds because he's dead. Like re-stitch me, please.
So as this sort of golden energy that apparates as a thread starts to repair the jacket,
Mhm.
assuming I'm knelt down slightly, as I stand up, I sort of place my hand on your shoulder to sort of help myself up as I cast cure wounds at 4th level.
Yes.
big woman in heavy armor leans on
I
your
just pull
shoulder.
you down to my level.
What were you
Like, if
saying?
you ever do that again. And you get 15 hit points back.
Slay.
But I do end up pulling you down to my level a little bit.
Ow.
Take 2 points of damage and heal 15.
Yes.
If you ever do that to him again, there will be hell to pay.
I'm sure there will. Hell is literally upon your wrists. I
Unfortunately,
might
it is.
not, but the ones we fighting will. The ones we are fighting, or will fight, will. I do hope we can prepare accordingly.
I simply give you a nod.
Stand back up. Totally could get up the entire time. I wasn't being weighed down by big dummy mommy.
Mommy is wild.
You'll stand up and see my hand is outstretched towards you. And if you take it, I'll shake your hand.
He will take it.
That was enlightening. I see what you mean, and I have a lot to work on. You
Clearly ask
are.
why I can't get out of your flaming chain.
Yeah, I can only do it once a day. What I realized after the fact is that when you hit me, the one time where you really hit me, I should have used the other rune.
Interesting. Good to know. Don't forget next time.
It's hard to keep track of everything I've ever learned, but
Perhaps you should get yourself be like one Zara, and you'll see him like flick his hand, and a magical book will appear, and he'll just slam it. Write it all down. What the best of us do. He's still a wizard. He has to have be smarmy about that.
I will say, I anticipated being a little more protected. And I'll glance down at my sword. I was pulling my punches.
And why would you do that?
And I'll offer my sword to you. for you to inspect. At the crossguard,
Mhm.
there is a shield emblazoned on it. It's a Defender short sword. When I activate the magic in it, I can actually make myself less likely to be hit at the cost of doing less damage with the sword. Every time I went to attack you, I invoked the magic on the sword to bolster my defenses, but that seemed nothing to the quill in your hand.
I am not the soldier type to wear all the fancy armors and Finnick. Actually, kind of admiring now, like the plate that they have. Looks back over. Sometimes the best fight is one that can be ended quickly. I only hit you once, and that was enough to mostly kill you.
Yeah,
No.
that hurt.
That was potentially 1 in a, 20% chance. 20, 50, 25, 10, 5% chance.
5.
Yep. I got there. Thank you.
Cormac's eyes glazed over as you were calculating the percentages. And
1 to 5% chance. But the purpose is I don't do the extra. I strike with precision. Perhaps learn how to strike with precision. You're a monk, but with intentionality. And don't hold back.
next time.
I find if I'm ever in a fight, most likely I shouldn't be there. And thus I want it to end quickly. Unless you are a gladiator, which is primal and redundant.
You would hate my family.
Well, I am glad you're not dead.
Likewise. Well, it looks like you came close as I did, but
Old news.
you want to try again tomorrow?
That cheeky grin forms again. Of course I do. Who knows? I might try a new trick. I might use my fist as well. No, I won't.
You're welcome to try. I don't think that's going to go very far.
It shan't. And he will give a nod, look back to Finnick, give a nod as well. I believe you you like private time, so I will go and rejuvenate on what I might have done wrong. Ruminate, that word. We'll convene for dinner, even though that feels. Yeah. And he will walk away, letting you two have some time alone.
Was there
Though
anything
he does definitely, he will be not looking for, but definitely like, where did they go in the ship or in the space? Just to notate so ever so often.
I feel like Cersei would have probably dragged Morgan to her private quarters
Yes,
here
yeah.
in the cove.
Yep.
Not back on the ship. Absolutely. So you would pass Ara to the area where the Salt Throne sits. And into her private quarters there. Carved into the rock. And if Cersei starts talking to her, I feel like those first couple of seconds, Morgan isn't really listening. She thinks back on what happened. One, the fact that it had never been this bad, but it makes sense, and it's him.
Mhm.
it's an issue having
Yes.
him around, having him too close. And though that is what she should be thinking about, and all of the ideas to make that not happen again, her mind goes back to Finnick. And when Finnick jumped in when she saw Gormrock was in danger, and even though she chastised them both, she was jealous of Gormrock for having that. For someone to do that for you. And I feel like Soshi yelling at her eventually snaps her out of her thoughts.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a time there where you feel like, because it was like being swallowed by a tidal wave. And your mind, for a few moments afterwards, was just reeling, as if you were head over, just knocked over by a wave,
Yeah.
and head over hit, ass over tea kettle.
Yeah.
And as that
Which
kind of
was,
is faded, yeah, go ahead.
that is not something she had felt.
Right. Yeah, this is the first time
And
they've ever hit you like this.
yeah. I think the only other time she thinks she has felt something similar was when the ship she was on when she was a child
Yeah.
sank, and she washed up on a shore
Mm-hmm.
here on the Shattered Teeth.
And Typhoon was in your hand at that moment too.
Yeah.
And you make the connection that that underwater feeling, maybe it was Typhoon that was there in that moment too, taking over your body and bringing you to where you are.
She thought a lot about how the fuck she survived that as a child, and it all sort of starts making sense. And thinks about the fact that it's been so many years, and how many people have died, how many she has lost, and this sword still here. The only sort of real constant in her life. And she can't even bring herself to not be on guard even with it.
Okay. For the sake of brevity, I'm going to move us through the next 2 days so we can set sail with your ship upgraded once more. Morgan, was there I hate you so much sometimes, Dom. Was there anything during those 2 days that Morgan wanted to do specifically?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, but yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yes. No.
So-
Got it.
You all would have seen where Cersei sort of dragged her to. She wouldn't have come out until the next day, so you wouldn't have seen her for the rest of that day. The next day she comes out, and it's literally like nothing happened. And she's going around, and she asks you guys if you've had breakfast, and then there's just normal. She would have asked Dante to please oversee the crew that is being chosen to come onto the Siren Song for this. It would have been an amalgamation of the crew that was already on the Siren Song, the crew that was in the Cove itself, sort of waiting, and the crew that they not rescued from the Spider's ship. Taking their strongest and then sort of hand-to-hand combating all of them, and Gale would also be there sort of testing their knowledge so that we can get the best out of all crews to be there. And that would have taken a lot of the time for them to, with Morgan sort of overseeing that, and also going over to where the shipyard is and overseeing the installation of the cannons and of the figurehead, the siren now.
Yep.
that decorates the Siren Song.
Okay.
Anything else? I don't think so, besides just her captainly duties.
Real quick, I'm going to end the giveaway in about 5 minutes once we finish wrapping this up. This way we can do that. The link is in the chat, so go ahead and if you want to jump in on that giveaway, this is your last chance to do so. Rhinak, what are you doing during these 2 days?
Honestly, not much that requires a lot of movement and things. He definitely just always clocks where Morgan and Soshi are on behalf of the group. He understands that Soshi, but also like in a way they are kind of like the antithesis to each other because he is just very hard to be seen. And he just is and never necessarily hiding, but just keeping an understanding, bookmarking, paths and things, and also just, I think I will say there might have been writing in the book that he has, his spell book, which is also much more than that. Specific information, or I'll say he'll be asking what to do about the one that worships Orcus.
Okay.
To his master.
At any point, do you enter in the library just because?
Probably. Yeah.
I will say I will be grabbing Rhinak and taking him to the library at some point.
Okay. Then I'll say, as you two enter in there for the first time, you do see a book glowing on the shelf. Just for brevity's sake, as you pull it off, it has the title Tome of Understanding. You can look up what that book does.
Oh, I know.
Yep.
Oh, I know.
Okay. Gormrog, what are you doing there during the 2 days?
Number one, going to the library. I want updated maps of the Shattered Teeth.
Okay.
And I want to make copies of them. I don't bring it up often, but I do have a scroll case on me. And I want to keep on me a couple copies of the Shattered Teeth updated map, or as updated as I can get it, so that I can later send it to Cressida Holt.
Okay.
Beyond that, I love me my book learning, so I'll spend time reading some books, sparring if Finnick and Rhinak want to spar, either one-on-one or in a group. I think that would be beneficial for us. But if I could backtrack just a little bit, after Rhinak walks off, Gormrog's gonna furrow his brow, look at Finnick, and just say, "No, let me do that right." I said, "I do too. I love you too." I don't want to regret not actually saying that.
A smile begins to creep across my face as I walk over and give you a massive hug. Probably tighter than the ones previously given.
Wounded. Calm down.
Roll damage.
Ow.
No, I'm just kidding.
You take 4 points of crushing damage.
Just a little bit of blood. Just.
Okay.
And I just say in your ear, "Don't scare me like that again."
No promises, love.
Finnick, was there anything during these 2 days you wanted to do?
I feel like I would have probably... I probably would not have sparred with Rhinak and Gormrog if they did so. However, seeing Dante sort of essentially test the newcomers, I would offer my hand in helping and sort of keeping my mind off of things as just focusing on this training and just going.
Okay. All right.
As if you do go and help Dante with all of that, because you know the way Gormrag fights very intimately, you would be able to very quickly ascertain Dante is also a monk.
Yes. I will
So you'd have
say that like small baton he has as he's beating the shit out of some of these people, eventually, like when it gets to some of the better people, pops it and it turns into a full metal quarterstaff.
Yeah, it's a bow staff. Yeah.
I was right.
Okay. That being said, that is what we're going to call for tonight. Thank you so much for everyone that joined us on our 100th episode of Forging Fates. Let us draw a winner here. We've had a bunch of entries. Let's see. Winners to draw. No, okay, just draw. Dicey Decisions. Dicey Decisions won. I don't even know. I'll figure out. I'll reach out to you and figure out how to get this to you. I'm learning how to do this thing. But thank you so much, Dicey, for joining in. Thank you so much for everyone that has been with us for 3 years. Stick around for the raid. We'll be back next week. I know you guys got things to do, so we're not going to hold you guys. Check their social medias to know where they're going to be next. This has been a lot. I love you guys. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you guys to my players for being fucking the amazing people you are. I love you, geeks. Stick around for the raid. We love you. See you soon.